Perks are the great equalizer, the one thing that helps survivors flip the script on a killer. You may be wondering, what's the best survivor perk? That starts with the letter A, and I have the answer for you. Whether it's incompetence or gross negligence, the leading content creators fail to provide any alphabetical insight when it comes to perks. That ends today. Ace in the Hole should be considered as one of behavior's biggest waste of resources. This perk provides little to no value and probably never will. The pick rate confirms my statement. People will defend this perk, and people will defend the people that defend this perk. But you know what they say, the best defense is a good offense. And 75% of the time, you'll be better off running a more offensive perk, 100% of the time. One thing I often hear about this perk is it's nice because you get to keep whatever add-on you exit with. The thing is, you easily get add-ons through the blood web, and behavior gives out blood points like crazy. One word to describe this perk: anger. Does anyone else feel like this perk gets love just because it makes people feel safe? Just like a teenager clinging to their childhood blanket, people are way too attached to this perk. This perk gets gassed up to no end. People roasted me for clowning this perk, but every day I get more and more convinced that I'm right. It's still my highest rated perk out of all the A perks, but let's call a spade a spade. It doesn't help you nearly as much as people think. It's good in select situations, and once in every blue moon it will save you. And that's why it's my top rated perk, but can we get off this perk's dick? If I were to say something nice about the perk, is that it is fun to play reckless during the endgame. One word to describe this perk: adjust your playstyle. One word. When you use Aftercare, you will think of the hundreds of other perks that are better than this one. There is no reason I need to know what my random survivor teammates are doing across the map. And if you're in a Swift, save yourself the perk slot and download Discord. There is no reason this perk needs to reset every time I get hooked. I have to do so much for so little. Kinda like the time in middle school I planned an elaborate 1-month anniversary for my girlfriend, just for her to break up with me 2 weeks later. There's really no scenario you wouldn't be better off running a perk like Bond. One word to describe this perk: except this perk sucks. You can't convince me it doesn't. Finally, a perk I don't have a lot of bad things to say about. Alert provides constant value because killers are always breaking pallets and generators. I've been running this perk a lot lately and been happy with it, but this is a hater's guide. You don't click on this video to hear me gas up perks. Knowing where a killer is for 5 seconds is cool, but it won't change how the game plays out. Best case scenario, you'll be able to get off a generator before they run over to you. And when you're in a Swift, you can relay that information to your team, but you guys are probably already gonna have a decent idea where the killer is. And that's basically it. It makes you feel at ease, but we're playing Dead by Daylight. It's not a game that you're meant to feel comfortable playing. One word to describe it: actually decent, but nothing more. This is a weird perk. On one hand, I feel like this perk is good. On the other hand, it takes a lot of skill to get value from this perk. On any map, you'll usually have plenty of pallets to use. So with any means necessary, you'll have to figure out which pallets you really want to get use out of and make sure the killer doesn't break them. It takes a lot of awareness, it takes a lot of knowledge, it takes a lot of skill. I don't have any of that, and you probably don't either. Or maybe you'll trash me in the comments on how easy this perk is to utilize. I don't even know anymore. For the Dead by Daylight elite, this perk is probably awesome, but for us DBD peasants, don't waste your time. One word to describe it: ability. You either have it or you don't. Trash, trash, trash. This perk sucks. Back to Appraisal, it's just not that useful. You do get double the items, but you get a playstyle that no one likes. It's essentially going garage sale shopping while everyone else in your house is doing chores. And then you come back with a used copy of the Scooby-Doo movie. You basically have to run a build around this perk, which makes you pretty ineffective. If you spent the same time working on generators, you would probably already be on to the next match, but at least you'll have plenty of items. One word to describe this perk: ass. Straight ass. This perk is what I was hoping to find doing this series. It's fun, it has value, and can actually be overpowered at times. And nobody uses it. I love running this perk, and I basically run it all the time now. But we're here to talk some trash. Sometimes behavior fucks this perk over and gives you 0 skill checks. Sometimes you get penalized for healing at the worst times. Sometimes your teammates are avoiding you and you can't even get any heals. It's not all sunshines and rainbows, but I do love this perk. If you've never used this perk before, stop the video right now, go try it, and leave a comment about what you thought about it. One word to describe this perk: exactly what I was looking for, but exactly with an A. Those are our great A perks, and now time for some awards. I asked you guys to pick a community favorite via the A perk playoffs, and this award is like the best picture at the Oscars, like the artist of the year at the Grammys, like the MVP of the Slime Time game. This is the award of all awards, and the winner of the community vote is
Adrenaline.
Wow, what an amazing perk and such a coveted award. If you want to participate in the B perk playoffs, you have to hit one button RSVP. Now, time for some more awards. The award for most likely to get deleted from the game goes to Aftercare for its high competition and low value. The award for most likely to get you killed goes to Any Means Necessary. Biggest Gem award goes to Autodidact. Survivor of the Year goes to me. Best Supporting Survivor also goes to me. Wow, what an award show that was. Congratulations to all of our winners. If you followed all the individual reviews, you know I have a trademark rating system. We are going to add up all the stars to get a final rating. A perks received a total of 27 out of 59 stars, which earns the A perk group 4 thumbs up and a smiley face, which is okay. Good, not great. If you want to see all the individual perk reviews, here's a playlist you can watch.